Good morning. Got some reinstating of some block paving today. I did show you it on the last video. The thing is, I just want to say before I start, this is a bit of a disclaimer, and the reason for that is I'm a landscape gardener and I can do block paving in my sleep. I can relay the whole drive if need be. But now the biggest but here is they've had this drive down for about 20 years, so they've put up with this job for 20 years, and the gaps in it are ridiculous. The pointing would be bigger than the bricks themselves. So I pointed, pardon the pun, I pointed it out to him that it needs repointing and the bricks need separating to make the gap smaller. That's fine. When somebody asks you for a job, then you're well within your right to price that job accordingly. I've found through my own experience, and this is just my experience, whenever I approach someone to have the job done, you can't price as much because they're not. So therefore, excuse me, I'm just trying to reverse up a road off a main road. Let me just straighten up. Okay, yeah, what I mean is it's difficult to price the job because you've told them that it needs doing. So why I'm saying it's a disclaimer is, I'll be honest with you, it probably needs all taken up, not all, I mean all the edges, and then reconcreting and things like that. They're not going to pay for that because he didn't even think it needed doing originally. So what I've done is I've priced to make it better, and it will be better and it will be stronger. But before anyone comments in the comments, which you probably still will anyway, because there are some lunatics around, you know, I do know that the job, to do a proper job, would be to take them all up and redo them. But then saying that, some of the blocks might need taken up as well, so it would be a non-end. You might as well do the whole lot. Sorry, we'll get to the job now anyway. But yeah, I just wanted to say, bit of a disclaimer, I know what I'm doing and it will be stronger. Everyone will be happy, I'll be happy, the customer will be happy. That's it at the end of the day, isn't it? Let's get on with the job. Let's make a start on these now. Well, just cleaned it out a little bit to make some room for the new blocks and the sand and cement. Clean these out. I can't get this out because it's wedged and I don't want to do damage, so the gap isn't as bad as, it'll just be almost equal. So I'll have to just, you can only do what you can do, you see. So I'll just clean these out and we'll work our way around. Okay, so this is what I mean about a can of worms. What my job is to do is to just get these gaps smaller. So I'm going to cut this, move them over, and we'll have more smaller gaps. That's fine, and that's what I'm doing. But when you look at that, it's all dropping, because it should have concrete underneath. I don't think it has. And then the gap. Now, this is what I mean about a can of worms. I haven't priced for that, although it is in the job. It's going to look an eyesore if I do this all nice and straight, and then I don't do that. So I will do that, but this is what I was saying about my disclaimer. I'm not here to re-concrete all the edges all the way around, because it will make the job twice as expensive and twice a bigger job. They didn't ask me to do it. So he thought this was okay. They've lived with this for like 20 odd years. I mean, look at it. So, okay, I'll just put them up, but I will just be putting the soil underneath them and banging them down. Truly speaking, you shouldn't be standing on them anyway. So that'll be fine. They've been like that for 20 odd years, so it's obviously going to be better. So let's get on with it. Well, I'm using a hammer and a block of wood to protect the blocks here, to knock them down, because guess who forgot their rubber hammer? Never mind, we just plod on and do our best. At least we get there. I'm just having a coffee. I just thought I'd use this couple of... Yeah, so these are my little health cakes, but I think I'm a little artisan delicatessen now. So this is what I wanted to do with them. Even for myself, wrap them all up like this and keep them stored like that. I'm an idiot, you know, I don't know why. I would like to sell them, to be honest with you. And then this is, if you do buy them, this is what you get. And then you get these little, they'll be bigger than this, with the little cherries in, and oh, there's all sorts in them. Anyway, that's for me break. But I'll tell you what I was going to say a minute ago. When you're doing landscaping or gardening, obviously the prices will fluctuate. In theory, you should earn more doing landscaping. On this particular job, I'm not earning a lot because it was me, as I said earlier, who suggested the job. It's different if you go and price a job for someone, for a stranger. Anyway, that said, while I'm on my knees, and my knees are aching, and you know, my back's aching, and it's not raining today, but say it was raining, and you start thinking to yourself, you know, oh my God, I could be earning X amount just by running a lawnmower up a lawn, which is true. The point I'm going to make is, I actually enjoy doing this type of job. I love it when something's not right and then you go to fix it, especially if someone's asked you to fix it, because then they've noticed it. This particular one is a little bit different, but the point is the same. I'm enjoying doing it. I love it. So is it all about money? You decide. I've seen and read and heard lots of times, I mean lots of times, of high-flying people like executives, solicitors, things like that, barristers, whatever, doctors, and they say they can't stand the rat race, they can't stand the job, they can't stand the hassle and everything, and they've gone and like raised chickens, or they've gone and done something they love like llamas or alpacas. Yeah, brilliant. And what you have got to remember about that is, with them being high flyers, they've probably got the house paid for or almost paid for, or money in the bank, so they can change their career and go and do that. So without going around the world, what I'm trying to say is, sometimes you might not make a lot of money, but if you're enjoying what you're doing, that's the satisfaction. I wouldn't do it for nothing. I'm not a fool. But sometimes I do think to myself, I'm not getting enough for this, or I haven't priced enough for this, or this has gone longer than what I thought. And the thing that keeps me going, and this is me personally, I don't know about yourself, is that I know it's going to look all right at the end. And it does keep me going because it's satisfaction. So I'm glad to say I have got job satisfaction, and that's one thing that I pride myself on in LHL. So this job now, yeah, it hasn't gone bigger than what I thought, but it's just when all the stones are taken out, it looks bigger. You know, it's a big job. And as I said earlier, I would love to take them all out and reconcrete them. And it's a double the size job, double the size price. So I just thought to share that with you. So sometimes think to yourself, you're getting X amount, but are you enjoying it? I mean, if you're not enjoying it, go and do something else anyway. You do know what I mean? I'm full of ideas, aren't I? See you all in a minute after me break. Well, it's all go, isn't it? I've just had to nip out and buy a new grinder, because this is only a cheap one. As I keep saying, I always go for decent tools, but it depends what you're doing all the time, and if you're not doing it regularly. Someone gave me this and it was fine, it's been working great. This keeps undoing on the blade, and I don't know why, it keeps just undoing, coming loose. If anyone can shed any light on that, I'll be very pleased, because the thing works. But just gone out and bought this, so we'll get this out, get on with the job. Okay. Well, I think it's only fair to mention a little bit of health and safety here. I have got glasses on, which I'd highly recommend. I've got my earphones in, I'm listening to some music. Now, I haven't got breathing apparatus on for the simple reason I'm only doing one brick at a time, and the wind is blowing, and as you can see, the dust is going through my legs and behind me. I'm actually not breathing it. If I could breathe it in, I'm not stupid, I'd either get a breathing mask or I'd move out the way. I don't recommend you doing this, and also I'm holding the brick with my foot. Now, I have been doing this for years, I'm not saying it's right, but what I am saying is, don't copy me. This is not what I'm saying do. I do it, I feel comfortable doing it, I feel confident doing it, but that's not to say it's the right way to do it. So you do it your way and I'll do it my way. That'll just save you putting it in the comments, won't it? Or will it? But yeah, I would highly recommend you wearing all PPE, breathing apparatus, everything, and you could also make a little jig to hold the brick if you wanted to. But yeah, this is my way. So as I say, you do it your way, I'll do it my way, and I'll get on with it. just going to wet things down and then let it dry a little bit, have a coffee, and then I can start the pointing. So this will clear up all the gaps and get rid of the dust, and also help the cement to stick. But as long as it's not too wet, of course. I think you know that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a full apology. This section and a couple of other sections were recorded in hyperlapse. I did a small little video and I wanted to do it in quick hyperlapse, which I did, but I left it on the camera. So every time you record, if you don't change it, it'll just keep obviously recording whatever your video in hyperlapse. So I've slowed this right down so you can just see me talking. And what I'm doing is, the customer had compost, and I've took it out here on a spade, and you see me smell it. And what I'm saying is, you can smell the earth and like what smells like a forest in good compost or good soil. So many a time I've gone to price a job and I've checked the ground. Obviously, I'm not checking the pH level or anything, but you can just smell if there's any goodness in the soil. And that's what I was doing here. And then what I was waffling on about was the fact that they haven't done it anything technical, like layers of this and layers of brown and layers of green and layer. They've just put their rubbish, I say rubbish, you know what I mean, their plant clippings and things in the compost heap, and even potato peelings and things like that, uncooked food, you know, banana skins, and it's all come out perfect. Don't know where I've disappeared to here. I think I've gone to do something in the garden. I shall be back in a second. But I've decided, the customer did say they were going to get rid of the bins and get rid of the soil, but it's just too good to throw out. So I'll bag it, I'm going to keep it, and obviously I'm going to keep the compost bins. I don't know why. No wonder they call me Stepso. Like the greenhouse, it's just going to come with me. But I just can't throw it away. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing here, digging out. But I really did have a good story to tell you about the compost. But I haven't got a clue what I was saying now. But I know at the time I was excited. But it was basically to tell you that the soil was absolutely brilliant, gorgeous compost. And it was just thrown in. It wasn't turned to put air in it or anything that you hear and read about that. Again, I did a video a while back. I'm not saying it's wrong to do that. It's probably better to do that. But the proof of the pudding is in the eating. And this compost is absolutely brilliant, and it hasn't been turned. So you make your own mind up. There are no fast and set rules in gardening, and I keep saying that all the time. I mean, many people might say, oh, he's doing that wrong, or you shouldn't do that. Of course, yeah, if you go by the book, I do a lot of things that are different to the book. But I've found through experience that it works. I'm very happy with what I do, and the results speak for themselves. So yeah, anyway, I just thought I'd talk over this, and in case you wondered what the hell's going on, why it's so fast. But the next couple of sections will be probably in hyperspeed, because that's what I recorded them in by mistake. Sorry about that. Hope it doesn't spoil your enjoyment too much. So I've done the pointing at the front now, and I'm going to jet clean this side. And what I think I'm discussing here is everything's in the way, so I'm going to do so much and then move it into that space once it's done. So okay, it's all done. Everything's been moved up, which is a pain in the arse, but there's nothing else you can do. He is getting a skip, but not yet. Same as here, everything's going to be in the way. What I've just told him is I'll do a little bit now. I'll work up this end, just do here to the steps, and then I'll go today. And he's going to move everything out the way, everything off this patio here, put it up into the garden. And I'll just start by cleaning this with the brush. So this has all got to be brushed up. So we'll get on with that. And just do this little bit up to the plant pots. It's hard going, you know, so it still looks scruffy because it's these need splitting like I did in the front, splitting, pointing, all the steps need pointing, and then obviously it needs to dry, and this all needs moving. So like I said, I think I said it before, I won't be here tomorrow. The guy's going to move everything off the patio so that I can do it, but that patio looks like it's been pointed with just sand. Pointed with just sand, so that's going to need raking out and pointing again. So okay, I shall see you all soon because I'm not here tomorrow, so see you in a second on the video. Be a couple of days in real life. Well, good morning everybody, a new day has arrived. The customer has moved all the pots, well most of the pots, up to the back there, and these are staying. I was going to say I'm afraid, but they used to grow veg in them, and it's just going to be hassle digging them all out and everything. Of course we can do it, but so this group are staying for now until I get my, you know, my way, and we'll thin them down a little bit, maybe move them round. But today what I'm going to do is I'm supposed to be jet cleaning this, but I'm going to have to scrape it all out and then repoint it, and then we're going to do the same as what we've done on these videos. Are a bit mixed up because I'm doing bits as I'm going, so I might be talking about something and I'm not doing it till the next video, or I'm talking about something that I've already done. But what I'm going to do today is, I've already jet cleaned this, but as you can see it's not as clean as possible because things were in the way, so I need really to start from the back and work my way down. But anyway, just letting you know what I'm doing. So that's getting repointed, and this is getting the big gaps are getting separated. Again, I'll explain in case you didn't see the other video, which you should check it out, and the gaps made smaller and made a lot neater. So let's get on with that. You'll soon see what I'm doing as I go. Okay, well I took one edging stone out. I wasn't going to take the edging stones out, but it was just right in the front of the window and it needed doing. So I think the others, because they're shorter, they've done more of a curve. That's okay. That's not too bad. So they've got away with that, but that one needed doing. It's about the only one. Just making a little jig to hold the brick, just to save me putting my foot on it. Like I said in the last video, I feel safe doing it, but I don't recommend it. So all the pointing is done now, all ready for the jet cleaning. Steps are being pointed and the patio behind me. As I say, I haven't showed you the finished article now because in theory I haven't really finished, have I? So I will return, it will be getting jet cleaned and the pots will be getting moved around. So see you all soon. Thanks for watching.